Hi, Rob. This is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and thanks so much for getting back to me so quickly. So I read your a couple of different articles and watched an interview of yours, and really like what you're doing, and hopefully, we can talk one day, or I can meet you or something. But right now, I look at I sort of grew up in Silicon Valley, and my whole career was in Silicon Valley, watching startups and watching how technology disrupts industries, and watched how it disrupted the taxi industry and the hotel industry. And it's all sort of predicated on one thing, right? Cutting the middleman out and connecting buyers and sellers directly. For some reason, the Silicon Valley hasn't done anything in elections. They haven't been able to cut out that middleman, which is essentially pay for play media, and connect voters and candidates on a platform. Um, I don't know why. I think it's more sophisticated than just a money conspiracy thing. I think we have sort of a deep-seated psychology of like not questioning our leaders or something. So as I started playing around with it, I was ready to hit a brick wall why it wouldn't work, and it just kept getting better and better and better. So for example, it's about a 10 to 11 million dollar, $1 billion industry. Candidates are paying tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to run for office, and there's millions of candidates. So there's plenty of money there for a site to say $200 or $300 to build a profile, and you're on the ballot, and that's it. No ads, no boosts, no nothing. So this is what the site looks like right now, but I'll show you a kind of a quick run through of this, which is a little bit gives you a little bit better idea of where we're going with version 2. But we are looking for investors. I think I can finish it for about 50,000. I've already put about 200,000 of my own money in it. I'm thinking between 50 and 100,000, we can launch this thing, and it can be more important than Facebook or Twitter when it comes to choosing your candidate, and choosing for whom you want to vote. So this is the homepage. They sign up for free. Um, they click on that and they'll get their ballot. And this is what their ballot will look like. Let's say they're early on, and this is what their ballot will look like. And this could be 2 years, 4 years, 6 years out, right? It's all the same elections. So they're looking at this, and they can scroll down and they can see city council and school board race. And hey, there's a school board race next year. It's at large. There's you vote for 3 candidates out of whoever's running, and all that. And same with propositions, and same with measures. And you can have pending measures so that you can get the idea of what's going on right there. But as candidates, you know, decide to run for office, they build their own profile, they become certified with the FEC, and they do some other stuff to to make it so that it's all certified, right? And then they start building profiles. So I can check on this once a week and say, hey, here's some more candidates, and now there's candidates running for Senate. There's more candidates running for president. I can go down and see school board now, and there's some candidates here running for school board. But let's say if I'm really interested in the US Senate race, and there's 4 of them now here, I can click on this candidate's profile. I can share the candidate's profile if I want. I can ask the candidate a question. I can look at their calendar if I want to meet them in real life, see where their events are. I can donate straight through to this candidate. And then I can also, do kind of a quick view, right? Where I can, let's say if I just want to watch a video and hear what each one of them has to say, I can kind of scroll through there and see those. And then let's say if I like Tulsi the best so far, I can do a quick bio and I can learn about this. And since this is all standard, I'm more like a hiring manager that's looking at a resume. And I can click there and I can see on the issues, and then I can scroll down and see where she stands on the issues. And if I want to read more, I can kind of go a deeper dive. So keep in mind, the candidates are building their own profiles. So it's just like online dating, or like LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, where they're building these profiles and they're updating them and they're putting as much stuff in as possible. The only difference is that I'm in charge. I'm the voter. I'm the coveted resource. So the candidates are coming to me and they're lining up in front of me, and they're filling out my profile format, just like a hiring manager would say, hey, this is the format that I want the resume to be in. This is the format that I want the interviews to be in. So here I can click and read more, and I can scroll down and do all that. And Now let's say, if I wanted to do this little quick link, I can do that as well. I can check on endorsements. These are groups and organizations and individuals that have endorsed this candidate, and she is featuring these as endorsements. So I'm looking at these, and maybe there are groups and organizations and individuals I recognize or I don't recognize, but I'm sort of here nor there. I can add what are called trusted sources, and those are groups and organizations and individuals that I trust, that I want to see how they're voting. So let's say I say, sure, let's add Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and I like Sarah Silverman, so I'll add her. The Sierra Club down here, I'll add them. And now I want to search for some groups that I've heard of, that I like, that maybe a friend of mine, has told me about. So I type in there, Moms Demand Action, click on that, and now I can see that they're right here. Now I can add them, and I'll be able to see them on all of my ballot, which I'll show you in a minute. Or I can just click straight through to their group page, and I can see what is essentially their online voter guide. So they've gone through a ballot just like mine, and they've favorited candidates and made endorsements. So I say, great, I can scroll down and I can see where they stand on all of the propositions. I can go back up here. And now if I like this candidate and I trust this group, and I say, you know what, I'm going to just favorite the candidate here, my ballot will be updated since he is on my ballot. If I really like this group, I can do it all. And now I'm just going to vote like Moms Demand Action. And when I go down here, all of my propositions, and measures and stuff will be, updated as well. Now they don't have to stay that way. I can click here and I can change my mind to no. That's not a problem. And then when I go back here, I do want to add them to my list. And I want to search for my friend Sarah Smith, who's sent me an email or something that says that she's on the site. Check it out. She's very active. So I do that, and again the same way there. I just sort of add her to my ballot. Now when I go back to this candidate's profile, I can click here on just show me my trusted sources. And then these will be all the groups and organizations and individuals that I trust. And I can click on Sarah and I can listen to her video and her testimony here. I can click on Unite America. I like them. I also like Joe Rogan. I added him and I can watch his video. So one of the big benefits of this is that, Joe Rogan here, this is how easy it is for him to make an endorsement. Here's Joe's ballot. He gets the same ballot. This is Los Angeles, California. So all the state offices are the same. And he goes down and he, clicks on Tulsi Gabbard, and he's looking at the same profile, right? And he can favorite that profile, and then he can just do a cut and paste with the YouTube share, and that's it. Or he can embed his video right in there if he wants, and he hits publish, and that's it. So same thing. I decide I want to vote for Tulsi, so I'm back on my ballot. So I want to vote for Tulsi. I do that, and I get the same. Do you want to make an endorsement? And I don't want to do that right now. And that's it. And I can go back here, and then I can share this candidate's profile on Facebook and send it to my friend. My friend now gets the profile. Again, it's the same profile. He's not logged in or anything. And he can do, all the same things. He can look at the issues. He can scroll through those. He can go, back to the About Me. And now when he tries to favorite this candidate, he's obviously going to be asked to be logged in. So he can just click there, and then he can just sign up with Facebook, and that's it. And, he can go down and he can favorite this candidate. And then, let's say he adds a bunch of trusted sources. He can do that as well. Now he's on, let's say, propositions. So he clicks on propositions and he can watch, sort of a neutral video that we have done. And he can see groups and organizations and individuals that he trusts on what they have to say about this. So keep in mind, these are groups and organizations and individuals that are advocates. They're spending tons and tons of money trying to tell people how to vote. All we're doing is organizing them on a platform that is a level playing field. That's not a pay-for-play platform. It's just one price fits all. We're not trying to become billionaires, but the numbers do add up to tens of millions, $100 million easily. just with the sheer volume, of these groups and organizations. So we're going to scroll through those. And then, let's say if I really like Ethan Behrman, I can click straight onto him. He's a radio talk show host that he probably did a group of about 16, I think, videos on state propositions for California in 2016. Um, and they were great. It was just once he did them all, it was all on him to distribute them. And trying to distribute them on a pay for play platform is a lot of money. So he wasn't going to start digging into his own pocket and spend tens of thousands of dollars to go out to get, to everybody. But, I wanted to hear what he had to say. So this platform does that for us both, where he can now just send out an email to as many people as he can saying, hey, check out select me as a trusted source, sort of like follow me on Twitter. And then with that, I can then share his um, profile, and say to my friends, hey, you should select this guy as a trusted source. He's great. And then since it's all in a library, they can just scroll down and check him out and select him as a trusted source real easily. Um, and I can do both yeses and nos, so I get a real good feel for this proposition. And this right here, I won't go into this, but this is a way for groups and organizations that have a strong opinion about something to be present on my ballot, but I have to opt in to hear, what they have to say. So sorry about that thing. I don't